Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahir Naim and we are studying e-commerce. So far we have got 22 lecture and today's our lecture number 23. The title of our today lecture is e-cash payment system. In this lecture we will know how electronic cash payment system works. This is the outline of our today lecture. First of all, we will locate to e-cash payment system. Then we will look into e-cash coins. Then we will look into e-cash payment system. Then we will look into withdrawing coins, and then we will discuss secure socket layer, also known as SSL. Then we will discuss secure electronic transfer, also known as SET. Then we will compare the SSL or secure circuit layer with secure electronic transaction or SET. Cash payment system. A company, DigiCash, has pioneered the use of electronic cash or e-cash. Anonymity of buyer is the key feature of this system. There are three participants in it, namely buyer, merchant and the bank. Both symmetric and asymmetric type of cryptography is used in this system. Buyer and merchant both have accounts in eCash bank. Buyers withdraw coins against their account and store them in eCash wallet software, also known as Cyber Wallet, on their computer. Cyber Wallet stores and manages coins and record every transactions. Merchant forward coins to eCash banks, which ensure that these have not already been spent, and credits the account of the merchant. So eCash coin, the currency used in this payment system, is called eCash coin or simply coin. A coin consists of three elements. There are three basic parts of a coin. One is serial number, which is unique to every coin, and key version, what are the key assigned to the specific coin, and serial number of the account signed by secret or a private key of a certain denomination of eCash bank. In other words, a coin of $1 would consist of the following elements. So coin of some particular denomination will include serial number, which will be unique to this coin. In key version, what key version is used on? It will be serial number, and also serial number, what serial number is assigned to the particular coin. So SK Bank, let's suppose $1 key. eCoin has a unique value, partially minted by the client and partially by the eCash bank. So basically, every coin has unique identifier values, which is partially resides with the bank which have issued the coin, or even known as eCash bank, and the client who possesses this coin. So here is the eCash model. We will discuss it, how this is the client wallet. Client wallet store the coins, it make payments and accepts payment this wallet. So first, if we want to this is the eCash bank. So whenever wallet he purchases the coins from eCash from the eCash bank and stores in it his wallet. So whenever he want to withdraw or deposit coin, he gives it to eCash bank. While if he want to pay coin to merchant software, merchant, he can give him the coin. The merchant has always its own wallet, and the merchant sells item, accept payment, makes payment, and whenever he receives coin, he first validate the coin, that is it the coin is valid or not, is it not been encashed prior, or so bank, the eCash bank authorize that the valid, is it valid or not valid, and he can cash on this wallet from the eCash bank. So this is the eCash model used. eCash payment system. Anonymity in eCash payment means that identity of client buyer is not disclosed. Note that there are two main stages in this payment mechanism: minting stage and deposit stage. At minting stage, the serial number is signed by eCash bank to provide third part of the valid eCash coin. At this stage, the bank knows as to who amount is different account holder or client is requesting for the bank signature on the serial number, but it doesn't know the serial number it is signing due to blinding factor R. So basically, anonymity means that the bank does not know who possesses this coins. On the other hand, the reverse is true at deposit stage. When the coins are sent to eCash bank for checking validity, now bank knows the serial number it had earlier signed blindly at the minting stage, but has no clue about the specific client who has sent them for payment purpose. The bank may have issued coin to many of clients. It would not know to the banks the deposit stage that the who amongst them has done the shopping and is making the payment now. Thus, by scheme, the relationship between client and serial number is broken at the minting and deposit stage to ensure the anonymity of the client. So, minting stage. In minting stage, as we have discussed previously, that serial number is unknown and the bank signs blindly the serial number, while it knows the client who has sent this coin for the signing. Deposit stage. Deposit stage, whenever the user want to encash this coin or hand over this coin to someone else, so whenever it is sent back to the eCash bank to encash it knows now, it has the eCash bank now has the knowledge of the serial number of the coin, while it doesn't know the client who has sent it the coin, which buyer or who is the seller of the eCash coin. So he doesn't know the client. Withdrawing coins. Many coins of a different denomination can be obtained in a single request to the bank. The request is signed by the client with his private key and contain information about the serial number to be signed. The request is encrypted with a symmetric key, and that symmetric key is encrypted with the public key of the bank, thus creating a secure envelope. The bank signs serial numbers in order to mint coin of the requested denomination and forward them to the client or buyer. So whenever someone want to withdraw the coin, it is sent into the envelope. Envelope is basically whenever request has to be sent for withdrawing coin, the request is encrypted with symmetric key, and it is again symmetric key is again encrypted with the public key, so that it is more secure and no one can hijack this request. eCash purchase. Having received an order of the merchant sends a payment request to the client of the following format. So whenever someone want to purchase the ecoin, a purchase request is sent to the client in the following format. Pay request, here currency, amount, which currency is it, amount it is, and the time stamp means that what is the date and time of the request, merchant underscore bank ID, what is the ID of the merchant bank ID, and merchant, what is the merchant account ID, and order description. So these, whenever pay request is sent, it consists of the, it specify the currency, amount, time stamp, merchant bank ID, merchant account ID, order description. Cyber wallet automatically assembles the correct payment amount and pays. So cyber wallet is specialized software which stores and automatically which records the transaction. It automatically assembles the correct payment, and if a payment is collected, it automatically transacts the correct payment amount and pays to the merchant or any other person. Making the payment, how the payment is made to. Coin used in the payment are encrypted with the bank public key, preventing the merchant to weave them. So basically, whenever a payment is made, it is encrypted within the bank public key, so that the merchant or the cannot see payment info. Then this payment information is forwarded to the bank with encrypted coin during merchant deposit. Only hash function of the order description is included in the payment information, preventing the bank from knowing the order detail. So if a hash key is also used, so that bank cannot see the payment information, so that the bank doesn't know the order detail, only it knows the part where it must make the payment to the merchant. So here is the, whenever a cash e-cash payment is to made on the web, the following model is forwarded on. It is a client wallet. As we know from the previous discussion, that client possesses a client wallet which have the coins. So whenever, so here is the web browser. So web client, our client goes online on the web browser, and he accesses the web server of a merchant. So whenever he want to select something, he select it and order it. So then the merchant, when order is received, merchant wallet starts the following. So he made a payment request to the client wallet of the user which has placed the order. So he from the client wallet, payment is made, or coins is given to do the merchant software. So after payment collection or coin collection, he checks with the eCash bank that is it valid. If it is accepted, the response is sent to the merchant software. So a receipt is sent to the client wallet, as well as it okays the web server to send the goods or confirm the order, and here from the web server an acknowledgement is sent that your order is resolved and your goods will be delivered on your doorsteps. Secure Socket Layer, or SSL. SSL is a protocol developed by Netscape Communication. So SSL is basically conceptualized and presented by Netscape Communication. SSL is built into many browsers. It operates a TCP/IP layer of OSI model and uses a combination of symmetric and asymmetric cryptography. If there appears words HTTPS in URL, let's suppose HTTPS www.microsoft.com, it indicates that web server hosting this website is SSL enabled. If the client machine is configured for SSL, then exchange of information between such client and web server will be encrypted form. So nowadays you may have noticed that lot of website, when you type address, instead of writing HTTP you write HTTPS. So it means that whenever when you type the HTTPS, it means that communication is secure and the request is encrypted form, so that middleware, no middleman can see your request or response sent by the web server is not visible to the middleman. To configure a client machine for SSL, following steps are required. If you want to configure a web browser for SSL, you have to perform the following steps. So here I am giving you the example of Internet Explorer. In Internet Explorer, which is a web browser, you have to open the tool menu. In tool menu there is option, you will see internet option. Then here you have to click on the internet option. In internet option there is a tab known as advanced tab. You have to click on the advanced tab. In advanced tab you have to look at the security. When you click on the security, there is an option of SSL option, and there is unchecked. Normally you can check the SSL option so that your browser can communicate using SSL. Secure electronic transfer. The drawback in SSL is that the credit card, debit card information remains with the merchant, led to the development of a more sophisticated protocol called SET, or Secure Electronic Transaction. It was developed in 1997 jointly by Visa, MasterCard, Netscape and Microsoft. So basically the major drawback of SSL was that debit card or credit card information remains with merchant, and sometimes due to the personal or any other reason, your information is not secure and may be leaked to other person so to counter this drawback, another protocol was introduced which was called SET, or Secure Electronic Transaction, which was developed by a major card provider, Visa, MasterCard, Netscape and Microsoft. The four entities involved in SET transaction. There were four entities involved in SET transaction: cardholder, merchant, certification authority and payment gateway. So these four entities were involved in the transaction. The role of payment gateway is to connect entities on the internet with those which are not on the internet, such as electronic networks of banks. Payment gateway provides the security of data transmission to from acquirer bank. Merchant must have a special SET software to process transaction. Customer must have digital wallet software that stores certificate and card information. SSL, or Secure Socket Layer, versus SET. So SSL only handles secure transaction of credit card number, but SET is designed to handle the whole transaction in secure manner using dual signatures. SSL is general purpose protocol built into browser, where SET requires software on the both client and merchant side. SSL uses hierarchy of certification for authentication, so which makes SAT is a very complex, and the distribution of certificate is sometimes not stable. ACT increases transaction cost. ACT transactions are slower than SSL. ACT uses payment gateway for secure transmission of information. These are the references from where I have prepared my lecture. Thank you. If you have any question regarding today's lecture, feel free to email me. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.